And that's all. What's up, Draco?
What's up? I'm Draco Clark. I am one of the Clark sisters. Am I living in vain? No, of course not.
Anyway, so
Face. Y'all, Alicia has bubble wrap. I've never seen bubble wrap before.
They literally sell it at Walmart, which is where I bought it.
Okay, go.
So, I have an unconventional Hotlanta highlight, and the reason why it's unconventional is because it is a dentistry office. In my adult life, I was looking to find like a go-to dentist, and so I was trying like certain places, like some chains, like Coastal Dental or I can't think of the other ones, but anyways, there's one off Cascade called J&J Family Dental, and it's so funny because now that I go there, I find out that all of my West Side friends go there too, and I actually really love them. Dr. Johnson and her husband, who's also Dr. Johnson, clearly, they're just so personal. But I think that when I have gone to other dentists, it's been very like systematic, very rehearsed. But with Dr. Johnson, she remembers you. She has a great personality. Her hair is always on fleek. She even got this little waiting room with all these pictures of celebrities like Jamie Foxx. And not that that matters, but it just shows how much clout they've been holding since clout been clout.
She probably invented clout. But.
Probably did, shoot, because But no, I just do want to give them a shout out for my Hotlanta highlight because they are in Atlanta. They're a black business and they're in the hood. They're in she's very and then when I say in the hood, I mean like just on the West Side in general. It's a very nice area. We talking about.
Does she take insurance?
She does. She sure does.
I don't have none, but I just want to know.
But yeah, I actually really like her. She just makes going to the dentist comfortable. Like she's very honest about everything she's about to do. And even as an adult, I still be worried about stuff. Like I've had to get some fill-ins. I've had to get an extraction. You know what I'm saying? And I just had great experience. And every time she has like an intern there or someone that's always like young black, so it just makes me feel good, feel at home. Anyway, so J&J Family Dentistry is on 3915 Cascade Road, Suite 120, Atlanta, Georgia, 30331. I mean, look at the reviews. I mean, that's just, honestly, I love them for real. It's so funny because when I went and I posted, my little cousin was like, I go there too. Anyway, so have you been looking at, well, not have you been, did you hear about this Offset thing at Target?
We're now moving into the shop talk. Shop talk.
And they put a warrant out for his arrest today. He's facing a felony.
IDGAF. You crack my phone, you going to jail.
No, I don't care. Really, jail?
Yes.
You tripping. So this is my, okay.
I mean, I'm going to press charges and whatever the charges is, that's
press
just
charges
the law.
or sue. I mean, I just think that there's things that
same. It's the same thing.
You know what? Honestly, this might be being super woke, but I'm really against like contributing to statistics. Honest to God, I just feel like, okay, let me just give an explanation on my perspective of the whole situation. Number one, he was at the Target by my house because me and him neighbors. Okay, we are. But I'm poor and he's not. Anyway, so they were at Target, and honestly, I don't even know the whole situation because the only video that I've seen is about 3 seconds long. So who knows what happened before and after this video was recorded. But a young man, he was recording Offset as they were leaving Target. They were still inside the store, but he's got the front camera on and Offset like slams it out his hand. So this video goes quote unquote viral, and basically they're pressing charges or they're looking to make him be accountable for this phone. Basically, he's facing charges for slapping the phone at a young man's hand. So number one, I feel like, okay, if I see a celebrity and I'm excited to see them and I'm recording and they slap the phone out my hand, I'm upset. I'll be more so embarrassed if anything. But this is my thing. That's something I've been noticing a lot. And even from hearing from other celebrities, people really, like, I get when you become famous, you are basically signing up to be accessible by anybody. You know, people tend to care more about you. They want to be all in your space. They want a picture because they're overwhelmed by your presence, all these other things. But there is a such thing as personal space and respect no matter what you do. Even if, I don't care if I'm a nudist, you're not about to be coming up to me, touching me. You know what I'm saying? There's just boundaries. And so what I feel like could have happened, and I don't know, is this young man could have, maybe saw Offset, he just turned his camera on. He probably didn't ask to be recorded. He probably didn't ask for a picture. He might have, who knows, but we don't know that. But I know that there's a common trend where people just go to celebrities with their phone open up and they feel obligated to have a picture or a video or for them to say something because they're so excited. And then if the celebrity turns it down, now they feel like, oh, you're rude or all this. But it's just like, can I just shop at Target?
I feel you.
Why I ain't finished? And so now I feel this is another thing. I feel like people, and I know this is a kid, which it also, he's like a teenager, he looks like, but I feel like people enjoy these opportunities to put stuff on the internet because they know they'll get a reaction. And I just feel like this just, I don't know. I don't think it's okay. I don't think it's cool. I don't think it's okay to go to people and just have their phone open and to just, it's like I know I don't expect Offset to be in Target with a mask on, pretend to be somebody else, or to send somebody else in his behalf, but he is a human being. And if you want a picture for somebody, you should ask for it. If they say no, then what you gonna do? You know what I'm saying? But, so maybe Offset, who knows? Like I said, and I continue to say, we ain't seen the whole video. But it's like, they make it seem like he just opened his phone up for an innocent picture and Offset slaps his phone, but we don't even know what happened before that point.
That is true, but I can definitely understand not wanting to be recorded or not wanting to be bothered, even though it doesn't matter who you are. I get it.
Yeah, period.
But he broke his phone.
So what? Okay. And number one, we don't know that. He didn't touch him. Number one, how do we know that? How do we know that phone went already? Have you seen that phone? That phone was already broken.
You can hear it.
It doesn't matter. Okay.
Like,
okay, I am not justifying the phone being broken.
He broke it.
If somebody broke my phone, I want you to replace it. But I'm not about to get you arrested and press charges.
You're going to pay for the phone. Realistically,
okay, pay for the phone.
Let me tell you, realistically, if he didn't press charges, he probably wouldn't have paid for the phone.
Well, file a lawsuit. I just feel like, I am not for people. I'm not for people. Like, I don't want black men to be in jail. If they like, he did not harm, and maybe I'm just taking away more personally than I should, but I just feel like, this is how I think about it. I know people, and this is a terrible analogy, but this is just what I see. I have known people who are entrepreneurs, right? And they have quit their W-2 job, right? And so now they're getting this money freelance, et cetera, and then they go and get government assistance. They're getting food stamps. They're getting insurance and stuff like that. And it's like, technically it's not fair because they don't need it. You know what I'm saying? They're working. They are actually generating income, but they're not reporting it. So now statistically, we have more people using the system. I just feel like, I don't know. I just do not want, I don't think that's cool. It's not cool. If my dad was somewhere and he got upset with somebody and he slapped the phone at him, I don't want him getting arrested for a felony, or my neighbor or any person. If this was freaking Tim McGraw, I don't care. I just think that if you want somebody to be accountable for the price of your phone being broken, then you should file a lawsuit. But pressing charge somebody and wanting them to serve jail time, I just think that's really extreme if nobody was hurt. It's just not cool.
I don't think that he'll get any jail time, but
the impact of the situation and having that associated with him is an issue within itself.
Okay, I can see that.
I just do not want people to be contributed to statistics, especially unnecessarily. And I know my whole government assistance thing might not have made sense, but I just feel, I'd be thinking like, there go another black person in the system, adding to the percentage of people that's using, government assistance, instead of being somebody that could be noted for being an entrepreneur, a contributor in their environment, instead of using the system for something that is not necessarily built for somebody like them.
I get it. And you're very passionate about this, but
I am.
I see. However, I don't think that he should be locked up for that, and I don't think that the boy should have pressed charges. He definitely should have been sued. I just feel like people just need to kind of control their anger sometimes, because he didn't have to do that. Even though that is kind of,
young man.
That is true, but it would be more. Not saying it's okay, but it would have been more understanding from that boy. If you see, especially a celebrity that you like, and you're in public, and you're like, dang, at least take a picture of me or something. You just don't know how they're going to react to it, but he could have simply said, don't record me.
He probably did. We don't know that.
He could have said it again.
I don't think that's necessary.
And he should have security. He's a celebrity.
I don't know. I can understand
that. He should definitely have security with him to prevent stuff like that from happening.
I can believe that, but then let's think about this Nipsey situation. And I know these are two extreme cases. He didn't have security with him when he was killed. This could have been a one-off situation. You know what I'm saying? Like, I need this right quick. Let me just go woo woo woo. Nipsey could have, like he went out to the shop, didn't have a security guard with him.
People need to, realistically, people need to cherish their life a little more for real, because we in a time where if you are a public figure, and I remember a while ago, Amaya, when she first started getting really popular on social media, she wasn't even on TV yet. She would bring security to the club, and I never understood why. And I was like, I wonder why she do that.
Because, but she's also transgender, so it's kind of. But
she's at a gay club.
Oh, okay.
So I'm like, I don't think that anybody will harm her.
Yeah.
Fast forward to 2019, and we had a whole situation a few years ago with the people in Orlando.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, not saying that security could have prevented that, but they definitely could have.
People are looking to harm.
Yeah. So it doesn't. People are looking to harm anybody. So I feel like even the smallest thing sometimes can be prevented, because I've been in a situation where I've seen a celebrity in person eating at a restaurant, and they did it with Houston. Like, no, I'm not taking a picture of them eating. Why would you bother me when I'm eating?
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? But
why? And it wasn't Offset. Wasn't somebody with him behind him? That wasn't somebody with him?
I don't know. But
I don't know. And this is my thing.
I feel like I feel like whenever you're in, if you feel like you are in that, if you are a public figure, a celebrity, whatever, you need to have security around all the time.
I understand. I feel like I sympathize with celebrities sometimes, because it's like you don't always want to make this big thing. It's like, all right, bro, I need to go get some tampons from she probably, I was about to say, did Beyonce have security when she went to Target? But she's Beyonce. But I just feel like if I'm such and such, I'm hoo ha ha whoever, and I just need to run to Target and get this. Like, am I really finna like get my security? Like, hey, let's get ready to go down here, or do I know that I live in the freaking suburbs and I can just run out here and get what I need to get? You know what I'm saying? It's just like, I don't know.
I feel you.
I feel like
I
everything, like people want to be normal. They want to,
They can't.
You're right. But I just think like
it can't be normal no more.
It's like this conflicted thing where you want to be successful, you want to make money, provide for your family, you want to reach these higher levels, but at the same time, you are who you are. That's why a lot of celebrities be depressed. They be sad. They hate that job. They hate the attention they get from it. And this type of stuff is part of it. I be seeing people at the airport, folks just come up next to them with their phone open, like, oh, talk to my mama. Oh, I don't see people I've seen people have their children singing for celebrity. Church is performing. It's like, bro, it's 6:00 in the morning. I got a flight in 30 minutes. It's like, why are you? Come on now. And it's one thing to say hey and be nice. And I feel like in Atlanta, this shouldn't even be a problem, because we see celebrities everywhere all the time.
Yeah.
But it's like people just don't, like, I get people have excitement, but these are all regular people. And you can say, okay, he's a teenager, because I do think teenagers tend to go against the rules or whatever the case is. But I think this whole thing's been blown out of proportion. And I think the phone, regardless of the phone's broke more, it was broke already. So this is the opportunity to get a new phone. You're not about to get an Apple store. So cut him a check for $1,000, however much a new iPhone costs, and keep him really get the phone fixed. It costs what, $159?
I need a new phone.
It's just, I just don't like it, man. And I feel like people like being victims.
They need to at least have an assistant with them or a security guard, because that stuff like that could be prevented. Because I get it, just because you're a celebrity, you're not obligated to react a certain way or all the time. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. But you have people that you hire to do that type of stuff for you. Even with me, I don't like talking about money. I mean, something as small as that. And I feel like I need somebody to do it for me.
Well, you need to value your money a little bit more.
I do.
I'm just playing.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm sorry, I didn't even go up in that little. That joint irritates me, and that's even when I used to work in places where a lot of celebrities would come. I would say hey and literally keep it moving. Now, if we end up having a conversation and things get cool, and I feel like we gotten comfortable, then I would ask them for a picture, maybe. And I really don't even be doing that, but I just feel like you got bills to pay me too. And then now if I ask you for a picture, other folks gonna be like, oh, he taking pictures. Yeah. Let me go over there and get a picture too. You know what I'm saying? And now it's my fault that this person gonna miss their flight because I'm holding them up at the darn grocery store.
Everybody ain't always on the way to the airport.
You know why I said that? Remember we seen Jim Jones at Lennox?
Oh, yeah, he was rude to me.
He was like, he was headed to a flight. Now, I looking back though, I bet it was a similar situation, because now all the people in valet holding him up, want to take pictures and all this other stuff. Because balling was a hit, boo. It was a hit.
Screw that.
Anyway, I'm sorry.
And scene. That concludes our 40-minute
20-minute
shop talk. It's fine now.
It's fine because I feel like it can lead into the main subject for today.
I'm ready.
So I really want to talk about insecurities, right? I think that situation, having to have security with you all the time, can stem from security. I mean, the base word of insecurity is security.
Oh, no.
So let me give y'all the technical definition of insecurity before we leap into this thing.
Yes. It's going to have a picture of Issa Rae next to it.
It probably will.
I miss Insecure. I wish it came on this year.
It says there's two definitions. One of them say not firmly fixed, liable to give away or break. Okay, that makes sense. Like wood
like
panels.
Insecure.
Yeah.
Right.
And then it says not confident or assured, uncertain or anxious.
Man.
Do you feel like obviously we all have insecurities.
We all have insecurities. I'm actually not, what's the word I'm looking for? I'm not shy about my insecurities.
Okay, I'm listening.
I definitely have a lot of insecurities. I have some insecurities about my weight, a lot. Only because I feel like my body is not supposed to be this way. Because my torso and my limbs, they're like made for a smaller person. Like
mine too.
My arms ain't even that long, and then they don't get big. Yeah, like it's weird. So I feel like I'm very insecure about my weight sometimes. I used to be insecure about my teeth.
Really?
Yeah, I did. Because I see it picked on by my teeth a lot.
Your gap?
Mm-hmm.
And now it's just a cool thing.
It's a cool thing.
But you know, I think kids, man, they find any little thing that's different, and that's ugh.
Yeah. As an adult, I think that my insecurities now stem from, when dating. Okay. Like, I can say, like, recently I was dating somebody who I don't know if we still are, but.
That's a mood.
Yeah, so, you know, it's somebody I dated in the past, and I just know how they treated me before, and it was my idea for us to try it again. But I feel like if I'm gonna do that, or if I'm gonna be okay with trying something again with somebody, I kind of got to let some of that stuff go, and I can't hold them accountable for stuff they did before if we starting over in a clean slate, just because certain things don't go the way I want it to go sometimes. And yeah.
What, like, is it like cheating?
Like, say for instance, like if we're used to talking to each other every day, mm-hmm. and then boom, you ain't even texting me this morning, you ain't text me on your lunch break, you ain't call me, FaceTime me on your lunch break, we ain't talk, you ain't tell me to pull up, blah blah blah. And what's up with that?
You know what? That's funny you say that. So I've learned something in relationships, or I've been taught something that people should not be that way in relationships if that's not how they're going to be all the time. So, because I think, this is what I think. I think that people you don't get that person when you first meet them. You get their representation. So it's like, this is me. I can be this. I can text you every morning at the same time and send you off. I can cash up you $50 every week. It's like stuff that makes you really fall for that person, but then they start to get comfortable and become their actual self, and you looking like, what if $50 at? You know what I'm saying? So I think that people should be regular the whole way through, but that's not easy because they want to impress you and they want to get you and they want to have all these things. They want to win, but then they create their own issues by not being consistent with that stuff because it was never natural to begin with. So it's like in my current relationship, we've never had a moment that we've been together every single day, ever. Maybe twice a week, maybe 3 times a week. You know what I'm saying? But it's never a point where I'm like, hello, where you at? It's like, this weekend I'm off. What you want to do? You know what I'm saying? And we don't be on the phone all day, every day. We don't text all day, every day. It's just very regular it's how things get after people stop doing that extra consistent stuff. It's like, okay. So I don't get it. It's nothing for me to get upset about. But I've been in relationships where a person has presented to me as somebody that is a go-getter, got all these jobs, got 2 cars, got this, got that. And it's like, what happened? Well, I thought you didn't know. But it turns out that really wasn't a scenario. It was just something that happened for a split second, and they used that and ran with it. And I stopped liking them because I was in love with the image that they built for me. And that's not fair to me.
That happened or to them. Me before, too.
You see what I'm saying? So I think that it's human nature for people to do stuff in a certain way to paint this picture, but it's not fair to the person on the receiving end that's thinking that's who you are. So.
Yeah. That's definitely an insecurity of mine, though. Like, I think that I need to keep those things in mind when I'm dating or when I'm getting to know people, because I hold them to that standard. And I don't think that's fully fair because realistically, I'm not like that all the time.
Yeah. No, I know what you mean. I think that the problem is that they are just going to have to find other ways to satisfy that void, because it's like maybe or unless y'all just really talk it out and be like, look, this is really what it is. Because I feel like now you have an expectation, even though you know you might not get it, it hasn't really been addressed in a way to make you feel like, all right, let me stop tripping. You know what I'm saying? It's like you need to tell me, hey, I was doing this a lot because, in the beginning, I ain't want to lose you.
Yeah. I mean, I would be okay with that, but it's just like, don't just
Now who are you?
Consistent, and then now you just like really drive with me. Then when I bring it up to you, you like nothing's wrong. I just
and now it's like and you questioning stuff. You thinking something else going on. I know exactly what you mean. In my last relationship, man, we used to be together every single day, and I'm actually glad I'm not like that anymore because we used to just argue more because we'd be together so much. But then things start happening, and he want to hang with his friends. I'm like, friends. And, and I don't have a problem with a dude having friends, but now I'm like,
so we used to it
exactly, because now I'm the only person Well, at that point, so now we spending 5 days together, not 4, and it's just like I'm getting annoyed because now I think you're doing something else occupying your time, and it's this stuff that's building in my head when he's just out there being his regular self anyway, and he ain't losing nothing. Wow. I should get paid for this. I just went.
Yeah, I actually thought about going to school for psychology at some point.
Really?
Yeah.
Do it, Pooh.
I thought about it. But I actually want to go for art history.
Oh, that sounds very exciting.
Art history or psychology.
Do you think stuff like art history needs a degree, though? Is that like more so research?
The reason why I wanted to do that is just because I have a newfound love for certain art. And I didn't grow up. I grew up doing a lot of things that surrounded art. Like I did paint and I did draw and I did all that type of stuff and dealt with music, but I think that I don't fully understand sometimes what I'm looking at. Like I can go to art museums and I can think that a painting or something is cool, but I really be wanting to know like the inspiration behind it, like how they felt or what mood they were in when they did the painting, or what it actually means, or what it represents, or if it's hidden things in the picture that I'm not seeing. It's stuff like that.
Something more analytical. It's like,
yeah. But then on the other end of it, it's like art is supposed to be what you interpret it. So do I really have to just know how they were feeling, or should I just take it for what it is, what I think it is?
No, because think about it. I think that artists. This is so funny because is this an insecurity? No, I'm just waiting. No, but think about it. I think that people who work in a job perfect their craft by being around other people that are in that job. So the founding fathers of art made it possible for there to be a program to study because they learned by being around each other. But now you don't have to go and meet the people from 500 years ago because they passed away. Yeah. Now you can read these books that was tailored around the knowledge that they have and the things they had to contribute to that.
Yeah, I try to fully. I mean, I know this is so cliche at this time, but I try to read a lot of stuff about Basquiat because his art was like, it was some meaning behind it. Like he did a lot of notes around his art, and his drawings were just. And I feel like he was on a lot of drugs too, though. So I think that a lot of artists, they are on drugs and they see certain things that we don't see. Like when you like realistically, like they be doing stuff and they see stuff that we don't see, and I be thinking about stuff like that too. I'm like, so are they really seeing the way the world really is, or this is just?
I don't know, man. I can understand that. I don't know. Think about it. It could be a canvas with a red dot and it's selling for $25,000. It's like, bro, I could have made y'all 12 of these for $2.
That's what I'm saying. So I don't know, but. It's not an insecurity, so let me rewind.
So now,
what insecurities do you feel like you have?
Okay. So first, when I think of insecurity, I think of physical, like most people probably do. I've always had a problem with my weight, and I know I'm not quote unquote fat, but I am. For myself, I know a size that I used to be, and I'm not that no more. And so for me, I'm used to feeling a certain kind of way, fitting certain kind of clothes, and I don't anymore. And like you, my fat, it go all upper area, babe. I got chicken legs. Yeah. My stomach, now it might not look too bad from the front, but when you turn to the side.
Same.
And I ain't got no booty, so it's not like I'm getting, like, I think if my weight was more distributed, then I wouldn't really have a problem with it. But because I don't have a butt, and I have a gut, that all I see is that gut. Like, what? You know what I'm saying? So yes, I've always No, I can't lie. I have always been insecure about my physical attributes, and I think I think about it sometimes when I see people who I would say are worse off than me. Okay. I'd be like, shout out here in a 2-piece. Like, why can't I do that? But I think that they have been instilled with that confidence. And, all I've had to deal with, and not to make this a victimizing me situation, it has always been brought to my attention from people that should be making me feel better about it instead of like picking on me about it or saying stuff, you know what I'm saying? So, that type of stuff does impact you early on. And so now in my life, all I can do is joke about it. I don't care. I'm probably gonna get it fixed, and I don't care. Sure am insecure about my butt. Let me tell you who did it. Just no,
I'm ready.
No, I'm just saying. So it's whatever. I learned to deal with it, but I can't. I mean, it's gotten to the point where even I have been in a relationship before, and I was just so surprised that a man was like really in love with me, and I'm like, you don't care? I ain't got no booty. You don't care? Because you know how the internet and media will portray this image of what they think a woman is, and that's what dudes always like, oh, that's what I want, da, da, da. And then you see their baby mama or their girlfriend, and it don't be that. And so I'm like, but I thought that's all you like. So you mean I was doing all this stuff in my mind for no reason? Yes.
Yeah, I've definitely had that situation, too, because I noticed that, like, that's why I hate looking at people's, like, previous like they exes and stuff, because I'm like, I don't want to necessarily compare myself to them. I just know I have a way better personality than those people.
That's usually the problem with me too.
And on top of that, I just be like, dang, you usually date like skinny boys that got this type of body or this type of stuff.
Feel like it's a competition.
But realistically, like a lot of people, they don't care. Like they just care about being with a person. I think after a while, once you get older, people don't really even look for looks anymore.
Well, you know, that's not phase. You know, I think you become more mature because you're growing up on the idea that this is it here.
Social media is definitely a big part of insecurity these days because Photoshop, surgeries, makeup. Oh my goodness. I'm not down in makeup because, you know, that's my thing.
But hey, it is a thing though, because people really don't be looking the same after their makeup.
Yeah.
And that's why I never want to get to the point where I wear makeup so much that when I'm barefaced, people think I look crazy.
I mean, it's different styles of makeup. You definitely can do makeup to where you look like yourself. But it's people use makeup now as like a mask, literally, and they take it and they reform their face and add filters and plastic surgery and all this other stuff, and it makes people at home like, dang, this is what everybody like. Everybody is under their posts and praising them for how they look. And
snatched. What baby?
Right.
Yeah, I agree.
And it's like it's like the average person doesn't look like that. They can't look like that. There's no possible way to look like that. For the most part, like whenever you see those type of people, whenever you run into them in person, they never look like that.
That's why I don't understand why people go so hard at editing pictures. It's like, you know, people see you in real life. Like people be adding body parts, like extending them, and I'm just like
all the time.
Wow.
And I'm just like, dang.
And sometimes it be obvious. I'm like, you know that your door is warped.
Wow.
But and that's another thing. That's why I feel like this whole thing with Instagram hiding likes. I think I don't see what the problem is.
I'm definitely here for that too, because the like thing, it does make me refrain from posting sometimes, because I'm like, nobody's gonna really see it or nobody's gonna like it unless I post it at a certain time or it looks a certain way, or my page
you're chasing the impressions instead of the picture that you actually like.
So in a way I am, and the reason why I'm chasing the impressions for the most part is because I'm looking to be an influencer.
Yeah,
I hate that word, but
I know,
influencer,
but I know what you mean. It defines what you're trying to do.
Yeah, like an influencer or a tastemaker, whatever these people are labeling people as, but they get paid to do that type of stuff, and I'm interested in doing it. Like I would love to get paid for product reviews and being sent products to, you know, just to do reviews on. And I'm very honest about my stuff. If I don't like a product, I'll be honest about it. And I feel like people trust my opinion on certain stuff, especially with cosmetics and skincare and stuff like that. So in those type of situations, impressions really do make a difference, because they want to see that. So when you do get those offers and stuff like that, ask to see them. They ask to see your impression. So of course, I'm gonna be the person that's gonna be like, okay, I have to post at this time so that way I'll get a good amount of likes. That way they can see that my followers are real and they're interactive and my impressions are high, because then it'll be more likely that they'll, you know, choose me to do stuff like that, and I can get paid more.
Interesting. I know a girl who she used to work with me. She I guess you could say she's a self-made influencer. She has a blog and she does like a lot of DIY stuff. And so before this, I used to think like, oh, like I almost have like I'm like 1950 in followers, which I don't care. I mean, whatever. But I'm just saying, I always feel like, oh, to be an influencer, you need this many followers, blah blah blah. She has I think she has like 3,000, but she also follows 3,000. So it's like one of those scenarios. Anyway, so she like genuinely makes these blog posts on her website. And she like, hey, look how I made this DIY table out of a TV stand, blah, blah, blah. And she ended up doing this thing where she got to be on, like, host TJ Maxx's IG story.
Oh.
As a shopping trip. They gave her a $50 gift card. And she, like, redid her bathroom. And I'm like, that is so fire. Because I would assume that somebody would need, like, to be a big, impactful influencer. So it is just, like you said, it's just genuine interaction, genuine posting and stuff like that. But I think that I don't know. What's the science behind it? Is it like the number of
science
posts,
is okay. So the science is to have your page looking a certain way.
Yeah, I don't like that aesthetic thing. I hope one day Instagram be like, you know what, we want 4 pictures per row. Then Monica's junk gonna be messed up.
Yeah, like your page has to look a certain way. Your posts have to have a certain type of clarity because, of course, they're not gonna repost you or even post it. Period. Like if it's not HD, if it's not good lighting, if you're not presenting a product or whatever in a good way. That's why everybody be. If you ever notice when people do like those flat tummy tea posts or those Fashion Nova posts, those people be dolled up. Like they be having a whole productions, like they be having a cup in their hand.
Yeah, you would think that Fashion Nova took the picture for them. Yeah. It's like
no, I've taken a lot of Fashion Nova pictures, so nah. Not for me, of course. I wish I did get that Fashion Nova check, but child, if they take them likes away, all them businesses going down, all those influencers, they not gonna get paid like that.
But do you think so? Because think about it. If they according to what Instagram is saying, the person who posted will see the likes, but not the general public.
Not the general. Okay.
So now people aren't visual.
Well, maybe they'll go by. I don't know. So I'm pretty sure they'll find a way to get people to promote it and still get paid.
Well, yeah, because if you can see the likes, you can still share that with the company. You know what I'm saying? But now the people on the outside looking in aren't looking at you like, oh, she don't get this many likes and da-da-da. It's just like genuinely us sharing pictures like it's a group chat or something like that.
Yeah, it's like Tumblr. Well, Tumblr, you do kind of see the reblogs, but you can hide them.
Yeah, so it's like, if you really like my picture, yeah, you can like it if you want, but it doesn't matter because I have a quality. But that's another thing. If you're going to get paid from an app, you better have a backup plan because what else are you doing to generate that cash? Because Instagram could be down forever. Remember, it was down for like 24 hours and folks was, messed up. And it's like, this ain't like a company that you walk in and you sitting at your desk and you doing certain work. This is literally an app that you have no control over, like the future of it. So it's like, I don't know, might want to.
It is a business too, but people just need to learn how to network outside of the internet. And I'm working on it too because I've been dependent on the internet for so long that that's what I'm used to. But I didn't start off like that. I started out walking down the street passing out flyers.
Period, Pooh.
So maybe I should go back to that. But I think that the internet has contributed to a certain insecurity to me with certain things like that too, because I never remember me having like really bad social anxiety. And so after a while, I think that I look at the way people dress, and especially in our community, Black gay community is just one of the most judgmental communities ever. And so I have this conversation with Zay all the time. And we talk about how like the quote unquote art gays are different from the internet gays, like the ones, and we have this conversation all the time. Are the art gays
not on the internet?
They are on the internet, but they're not geared towards he got on these shoes and they cost this amount of money and they look certain way, blah blah blah. They really celebrate all body sizes. They make people feel comfortable. Whenever you go to their events and their parties, they're really interactive with you. They dance and they having fun, opposed to the quote unquote internet gays or the popular ones that's on the internet that have all the expensive clothing that that you don't know how they got. That's another reason why I pulled out of it, because I'm just like, these people, I don't even know what they did to get this stuff. Y'all going to jail to feel accepted and want it, but the outside people looking like, dang, they so rich, they got this car and they got these clothes, and then they so mean. They so mean. You go out and they just look at you a certain way just because you don't dress like that or you don't have that type of stuff. At the end of the day, I don't care how many followers I have or whatever, how much money. I drive a Corolla and I'm fine with driving a Corolla.
Period, Pooh.
So
I make really good money and I still drive a 2012 Versa that's dented up, cracked windshield. I mean, people do look at me like I'm rich, and it's so crazy to me because I don't even do rich stuff.
Yeah,
I'm like, why y'all think that? So
I'm fine with having my car. I don't have to pay for oil changes. Like, even if I do have to pay for them, they cheap. I don't have to worry about tires and all this type of stuff. Like, I can just drive comfortably.
Yeah.
It takes $25 to fill my tank up. It hold my makeup. It hold my chair, all my tools, my lights, everything. Yeah. I'm fine with it. It gets me from point A to point B, and it's clean. It's a new, whatever. I'm just, I think, because at one point in time, I was that person because I was surrounded by it. And I'm like, you know what? Why? I never was like this. I didn't grow up like this. And yeah, I just don't want to be that person. I think that my followers like me because of how genuine I am about certain things. You know what I'm saying? So I kind of more identify with the quote unquote art gaze because of that insecurity that I have, that I've had before. Like, oh, I don't want to go here because I don't have this look, or I don't wear this stuff, and blah blah blah. And they don't even like people to be different. Like, I remember at one point when we were younger, we was the cool kids. Like, we could be different color.
And let me tell you something. Looking back, I feel like we looked the hot man.
Yeah, but we were being ourselves, and
people respected it.
Yeah, and even now, like, people do stuff like that, and people look at them crazy, like, oh my God, they look crazy as hell. But I mean, do I want to be boring and look like I got on a uniform with y'all? Like, everybody got on these fat Balenciaga shoes. Should I just buy those too and just fit in with y'all, you know?
Yeah, but that's what some people do. That's how they think sometimes.
It's like, if you don't have labels, then you're broke. And I hate that people have that mentality, and I don't respect it. So I'd rather hang out with the people that genuinely like you because of your work or the type of person that you are, and they respect your personal style over making you feel insecure for not having the stuff that they have, which half of the time they didn't even get it legally.
Period. And speaking of broke, you know what's so funny to me? People be calling folks broke, and then I found out the kind of money they make, and I'm like, you're broke. Like, and it's not even about a race, about money and income and all that other stuff, but it's like, sweetie, you need to shut up.
Yeah.
somebody recently, I seen them post on Twitter, like, they had interviewed for this job, and this is how much they offered them, and I was like, you need to delete this tweet right now. You need, like, and it's somebody who be stunting, okay? And I'm like, this is not to flex. This is for inspirational purposes only. But I was making this kind of money in college, like, for real. I was about to say high school, but I definitely wasn't making it in high school. But it's like, and it's not, and I hate the sound. And the reason why I keep making these disclaimers, because I don't want to sound like an elitist. But when I got my like my last few jobs, a lot of people would look at it as a lot of money, but I be like, that's not enough money. And so now I'm thinking, like, hold up, you doing all this? So now I know you be maxing out that credit card and be overdrafting.
That's the thing. It's like you can't even live comfortably because you trying to keep up with what's going on.
So if you want to keep it up, don't put your salary on the internet, because I promise you somebody's making probably 3 times that. And so just leave the money out of it. Yes. Just live how you want to live.
But that's the internet plays a big part in insecurities these days, and I think that, I don't know, me personally, I'm just trying to break that stigma, especially with my page. Like, I definitely try to keep everything authentic, like how I feel, how I want to feel. Like, if I want to dye my hair a certain color, if I want to wear something, I'm gonna wear it. I'm not gonna wear it just because it costs a lot of money. Now, I will say, so of course, I'm a tourist, so we definitely like fancy stuff. Like, we love to eat fancy and different stuff like that. But when it comes to
eat fancy, like just a crab,
like, realistically, I probably don't ever eat at fast foods. I used to a lot. Like, when I eat dinner or when I go out, I eat good.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not eating no petty plates, and I'm definitely looking at the ingredients and the restaurant and where it is. Like, I definitely do stuff like that in certain areas of my life, but that stuff I do in private. It's not like I'm stunting on the internet like, hey, I got a $60 plate of food right here. What you got? Some noodles? Yeah.
Man, I don't see people post screenshots of their account balance, and I be like, sis, delete
and
that.
Receipts from restaurants and just all type of stuff that they find.
It's just not. It's like, people are living regularly like this, and it's not something they feel like they need to share with the world. Also, it's like people out here getting robbed. You want to get robbed?
Yeah.
And then for the robber to be like, oh, you ain't where the stuff at? This girl I know posted her screenshot of her savings account, and it had $3,000 in it, and $3,000 is a lot of money to a lot of people. She was like, yeah, when the pussy this and that thought I wasn't having. I'm like, sis, that's what? People's whole paycheck.
Yeah.
Like, it's just like, chill out. Like, you don't have to. You trying to, like, and I know where she work. And that this don't get me started, but it's just like, stop. Who are you? Like, it's not that serious. Like, people, like, just be okay.
Yeah.
I get it. It's okay. It's normal for people to have insecurities, but I don't want people to feel like they have a point to prove to people so they can look like something that they don't have. Because when you actually get it, you're not gonna know what to do with it. You're gonna lose that too.
I just feel like people it's a lot. I'm not in the business of wasting money no more. I used to waste so much money. I have wasted so much money in my life, and I'm not in that business anymore.
What you used to waste it on, Paul?
I used to spend about a minimum of $1,500 on sneakers every 2 weeks.
Oh yeah, you tripping.
I remember one time, like, this was God telling me not to buy it, and I did it anyway. I went to LA one time. My first time ever going, and I went to this store that I always wanted to go to, and the outfit was like $650 for a jacket and some shorts, and I had to have it. I'm like, nobody in Atlanta is gonna have this.
So is that important to you about you having it and somebody else not having it?
Yeah, I always wanted to. I mean, of course, I wanted something different than what everybody else have. I don't like looking like other people. I don't think I ever did. You know what I'm saying? So. Me seeing that, it just was something that looked like me. You know how you see it outfit, you're like, oh, this is so me. Like, this is, when you see it, when you see something, somebody be like, oh, that look like something you would wear. It was so me. It was perfect. Yeah. Anywho, it was $650. Oh, it was about 25 minutes before the store closed, and I'm picking out stuff, and I got to register. I think my tab was like $700. And
your card declined.
My card declined.
I was just playing.
So I'm sitting there like, first of all,
was you with
the
anybody?
money is in it. No, I was by myself.
Oh, okay.
But I'm like, first of all, the money is in my account. Like, I'm not.
Yeah.
I don't know why it's doing this.
The cashier wasn't thinking that about you.
I was like, can I just run to the ATM real quick? And she was like, yes. I went to the ATM. It wouldn't let me take money out. So I called my bank, and they was telling me that I've been swiping my card too much, and I'm not in Atlanta no more, and I didn't inform my bank that I was going out of town.
I never informed my bank. I want people, when did that become a thing? I've never told them anything, and my stuff don't begin to decline.
Mine do it all the time. Like, I can be anywhere, and it does it. And so they ended up cutting it back on, and I went back in there and bought it.
Talk about used to time.
So I used to just really just do that, and subconsciously I think I used to do that just for impressing people. Without, you know what I'm saying? Just being able to, just because I had the money to do it, and now that I look back on it, I'm like, dang, that was stupid. Like, I could have had so many different businesses.
Just other ways you could have spent that money.
Yeah, or could have saved it. You know what I'm saying?
True. Yeah,
so, and it's like, now I look back on that stuff. Half of that stuff I can't even fit no more. My nephew stole 45% of it. Oh my God. It's like thousands of dollars gone in the trash, and it's just like
for clout.
They doing. But I was young. I was like 22, 23, 24. So I get it, but
I don't know why I never went through that phase. I wish I would have spent money more freely as a kid. I was trying to save up money. I was so happy when I saved my first $300.
Yeah, I hated it. Like, looking back on it, I'm like, dang, that was a cool time, and I did look cool. But I'm like, I mean, I could look cool cheaper. But do you look
cool today? What about tomorrow? It's like, now you got to keep building on that. It's like, okay, I know you got them last pair of such and suches, but they got some new ones next week, or you ain't got them.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. Like, so now I just feel like now I'm growing out of that. I still buy stuff. Like, I buy shoes, not often. Like, I probably buy, like, shoes 3 times a year now. So that's not bad.
Me too. And my job always be on clearance. I be going to the Adidas outlet, Nike outlet.
I like shoes.
And I don't wear like
I like shoes and I like clothes. So I definitely will spend money on it, but I just don't shop as much.
Yeah, I need to shop more.
Deep. So,
honey, I be rotating outfits at work, and I don't care. And
you should live your life and not focus on. I mean, focus on your image, but
no, I know what you mean.
You know what I'm saying?
For self, not for others.
For self, yeah, exactly. So I definitely transitioned into that lifestyle within the last couple of years, and it's kind of hard for my friends or people around me to understand because they used to me being a certain type of way, and they want me to be that way.
What friends you talking about?
I mean, no, I know it's not you, but I'm just saying in general. So. I try to get people to understand where I'm coming from with that, or just kind of explain myself without trying to seem like I'm forcing them to be woke. Because you know how people are.
Yeah,
You
like,
know, I'm not necessarily trying to be woke, but I'm just saying, like, as you get older, things just become not so important as they were before.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Dang.
Wash some of that insecurity away, Pooh.
I know, right? And there's so many things I'm thinking in my head I wish we could talk to, but it would be way too deep and a way longer episode. But
this crap is getting too deep. Yes, baby. Sorry.
Anything you want to...
that Kaylani.
She's so pretty.
I love Kaylani. Kaylani is that person. People be talking about her because
she tried to kill herself?
Yeah, and just different things that she went through. But I'm like... People grow.
They do. That's another thing with this whole cancel culture stuff. It's like, bro was really 11 years old, right? Okay, thank you.
People grow. Like, grow up. Like, people grow. They realize some of the stuff or their traits are toxic, and they do things to change. It's okay to change. People so caught up in, oh, I'm still the same, blah, 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 that I was, and I was
That's
this.
not good. That's not like, impressive, sweetie. You're still
I'm
the
not,
same.
I don't, no. You have to realize that your certain traits are toxic, and you gotta do something about it on your own time, of course. But you do have to attack that. You can't just be the same person your whole life, because, yeah, whatever. In conclusion, for me, therapy. I'm looking forward to. Well, actually, I found a therapist.
You know what? I got a lot of text messages about with therapist suggestions. I meant to bring it up from that episode that we talked about.
Okay.
I'm actually thank y'all because they gave me some people that meet the qualifications I listed. I just need to take the initiative and like have like a preliminary, like a consultation with them almost, because I need to see how they are. Yeah. But yeah, I do need it because there's some stuff in honey.
Therapy. I'm definitely gonna invest in that. That's something that I'm working on for the summer. I'm investing in my health. So I'm thinking about going full vegan for the summer. Oh. Cutting out cheese, cutting out seafood.
I commend you. I can't cut out seafood. Not yet.
I really want to do it for the summer. And then I also want to start working out on a regular, but I want to do unconventional workings. Like, I don't want to go to the gym. Not necessarily. I just want to do fun stuff. Like, I want to start back skating. And then I want to go to Stone Mountain, Kennesaw Mountain.
You should try.
It's a lake by our house. I want to kind of run around there.
Okay, it's the river by me, rivers and lakes that I'm used to. What about choreography classes? I think that's a great workout.
I don't know how to dance,
me either, but
I do want to take yoga.
Pole classes. Oh yeah.
So.
Okay. Yeah. Me too.
I want to do that this summer, and then get a therapist. So that's top 3 on my list. And I just want to travel. I do want to take the time out to go to places that I've never been. Not necessarily out the country. I ain't trying to jump out that window yet, even though we're going out the country. But
just go. It's gonna be you. Do you know how I think about travel? I be thinking about crazy stuff like global warming and how a country may not be the same in 5-10 years when I finally go. So let me just go now. Things like Antarctica and.
You're right.
You never know. Look, you could. I never went to the Notre Dame church. And now it's been burned. You know what I'm saying?
They're going to rebuild it.
I know, but it won't be the original. Anywho, all right, well, that wraps another episode of OD Podcast, guys. Thank you so much for listening. Thank you guys for all your positive feedback. I actually meant to read a letter that a listener sent in, but I'll read it next episode or the episode after that. But yes, thank you guys so much for following directions that I've been giving you. Thank you much for the 5 stars. I did see a 4-star. I don't think I ain't see you. Okay.
I saw you too.
Go ahead and update that to a 5. Okay. Oh, let me know what the problem is. I ain't gonna get mad, boo. I ain't gonna get mad.
What the problem?
Anyway, all right, guys. Have a good week. Bye.
Bye, y'all.